It's kind of funny how things work out. You know, when Tabitha and I moved to Texas, we lived there for 3 years while she went to school. And originally we had planned on staying in Texas for a while and then coming home later, but after she graduated, she realized how homesick she was and how she'd missed like all her family and everything else. So we started looking back here in Reno, and we looked at a bunch of houses online because obviously we were in Texas. And then she was in school, so she couldn't do anything. So my daughter and I at the time, we didn't have my son yet, and she and I hopped a plane, came to Reno, and it was our first daddy-daughter trip together, which was really cool too. And we went and looked at a bunch of different houses that we had liked and had inspections on and different things like that. Well, the one we liked the most turned out to be out here in the back end of Spanish Springs. And I knew about this area prior because right after high school, when I had my window cleaning company, I did a lot of the construction cleans, the window cleaning, the final cleans before people would move in. So I was out here a lot, and I loved the neighborhoods. They're big 1-acre home sites and huge one-story houses, no 2 stories. So you all had views, and just a very upscale and very just awesome neighborhood. They had block parties all the time, and so I loved the neighborhood. And we were in these houses at that time. For me, they were massive houses, 3,000-4,000 square foot houses. The guy who wound up buying my window cleaning company from me, Ian, and I were sitting there. We were squeegeeing, cleaning windows right next to each other, and just looking around this amazing house. And I just told him, I said, one of these days I'm going to have this house. I'm going to have a house like this. Fast forward to my daughter and I flying back to Reno, and we come back and we go out to these houses and find one that we had been looking at, and had an inspector come out, and we're there for the home inspection, and said, you know what, we really like this house. So made an offer on it, sent them a couple $100,000 down payment, and got it all done. So moving back, Tabitha had never even seen the house. She'd just seen pictures of it. So we moved back and we pull in, and it's just, wow, like the angels are singing and all that crazy stuff. She's crying how awesome it is, and I had this big smile on my face. Well, we go over to a neighbor's house just to say hi, and it turns out Ian is over there cleaning their windows because we already had the neighborhood contract when we were partners, and when he had the business, he took it over and he just kept, all the same clientele. So he was over there, and I got to say hi to him. I hadn't seen him in a couple of years, and I said, hey, why don't you stop by the house afterwards and just say hi and see the family and everything. And so he did, and he came walking in, and he's looking around, and he just said, well, you did it. And I'm like, I did what? And he's like, you finally did it. You got the house. And I'm like, yeah, we just bought the house. He goes, no, remember, you told me that you would have one of these houses one day, and now you do. For me, it was like, holy crap, that's right. We have the La Jolla model, the same model that I was in when I was like, my dream house. And I, looking around the house, and all the little things that that had kind of popped out to me as why I liked that house were all, things that I had kind of put on my vision board years back, saying these are things that I wanted, and these are the kind of pieces and the style I wanted in a house. And it was pretty cool seeing how that matched up to all the things Tabitha and I had talked about, and the vision boards and the goals that we had set. And it was really cool seeing that actually come full circle, and how, the power of intention and, putting those things out there and really, following through, even when you're not actively doing it. Funny how it all works out in an awesome way. When The Secret came out, everybody was all excited about that movie, The Secret, and the law of attraction and everything, and people were like, I'm gonna sit in this chair and I'm gonna manifest money, and I'm gonna, manifest this magic parking spot and all that basic crap. Power of intention is only one step of the journey. With power of intention also requires massive action and a willingness to, face rejection and failure and, do the work that needs to happen. I mean, it's a lot of work. Business is a lot of work. Success is a lot of work. Everybody says, oh man, Tanner, it's awesome seeing you achieve success so quickly, and how amazing, your overnight success and all this stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I've been in this space since 2001. That's a long time. Was I always successful with everything I did? Heck no. But the people only see what's on the surface. It's like the iceberg effect. Okay, this is something I talk about in my book, and a lot of entrepreneurs talk about it. And the iceberg, you see what's on the surface, but that's only a third of the actual iceberg. The main mass of the iceberg is underneath the waves, underneath the water that you can't see. And that's how success and everything else looks like. Anything, You know, you see a professional athlete and you see how effortlessly they make playing sports look. Well, that's just the top third. The other 2/3 are, you know, the hundreds of thousands of hours of practice and all the stuff that goes along with it, the blood, sweat, and tears, the injuries, and all of it that have made them what they are. Power of intention doesn't do anything by itself. You can't sit in a chair and, you know, think good thoughts and manifest money or manifest success or manifest your dream house or things like that. Determining what your whys are and what you want, and you combine that with hard work, perseverance, dedication, and, you know, a willingness to see it through and stay the course, well, then you've got a recipe for success, because that's all it takes. None of those things require any talent. Nowhere in there did I say talent. You just have to work at it. And, you know, business is not a talent. Business is a very simplistic and mathematical type of process that can be duplicated, but it takes diligent application of effort and time, and you got to be willing to put in the blood, sweat, and tears, and, you know, not be upset when you don't become a 100 millionaire overnight.